Hey everyone, welcome to the video of the week. Today's video of the week is a very special video of the week, and it's a My Story special episode, and it's got a special guest, as you can see. This is Blade. You guys met him before in a couple of videos ago, and it's going to be revolving around him and Dom, so I wanted to incorporate them in this video. And it's my story on how I got Blade and Dom, and I'm going to start out with Blade, even though I got him fairly recently, and then we'll do Dom because there's more to talk about Dom than really there is Blade. So, it wasn't very long ago. I'm not sure exactly the date. And me and my stepfather had went to PetSmart and Mechanicsburg, and we were originally not planning on getting any animal at all. I was not planning on getting any animal at all that day. And then I was looking around. First, I looked at like these different frogs and fish and etc. And I didn't know exactly what I wanted. But I was just kind of looking to see what they got. And I had originally decided on getting these types of frogs that were really, really small. I forget the name of the frog exactly, but then I was looking around, and Shane said about Shane is my stepfather. He had said about, well, before you choose, let's look around more. So I looked at like the reptiles and all the other things, and I seen that like some lizards, and I was really interested in a couple of the lizards as well. And then I said, well, you know what? I always really wanted a guinea pig. I always wanted a something similar to a guinea pig, but I was always worried about it because my mom can't really be around like rabbits and that because she's allergic to them. So I was worried about that. And then I looked at guinea pigs, the original guinea pig type of breeds, and they had really, really a lot of cute ones in there. And then I seen the thing beside it was a skinny pig. And to be honest with you, I had no clue on what it was or anything like that. And I eventually just... At first I said, well, no, I'm worried about the whole air conditioner type of thing, and I'm worried about him being around mom, I'm worried about my dog, and etc. And then I kind of was working my way up to it, so I said no, I put him away, and I was originally just going to get a regular guinea pig because they had fur. And then I eventually worked my way up to getting him. And it was going to be between this one guinea pig and him. And then I overheard someone calling Blade ugly and etc. because he had no hair, and because he was more so hairless. Even though he does have some hair, he don't have a lot. And that kind of just touched my heart. Like, how can you call this this beautiful creature ugly just because it looks different? And it kind of matched with me because I've been always called different things because of my personality, my past, my sexuality, and all that. So I kind of felt for the guy, and then I kept looking at him and watching him, and then I realized I had to get him. And so I told the lady I wanted him, and we decided on the cage and everything that I was going to get for him, and then I paid for him, and we were on our way. And at first I was very worried about how my family was going to react to him, because I thought they were going to be afraid of him, because my mom and them don't really do like mice and stuff, and I thought that they were going to be afraid of him, thinking that he was a mouse, but he's not. And they were really, really receptive to him, and my mom loves him as much as I do. My mom's okay around him. She's not getting like her allergies acting up or anything like that around him, so that's good. She actually helps me out with him a lot. So that's that. So let's move on to how I got Dom. But first, do you want to say bye? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, no, he's a little camera shy. And now we got Dom, who, if you guys haven't met yet, he's my dog. I got him about 5 years ago. He just turned 5 years old in June. So maybe it was about 4 years ago. Yeah, it was 4 years ago because I got him when around the time he just turned 1 year old. So, he was from an abusive, person, and the person that I got him from told me that he was normally locked in a cage, and tormented and etc. And at first, when I mentioned to my mom I wanted him, my mom was very receptive, like, because I was still kind of young, and I had school and etc. And she said that obviously having a pet is a big responsibility, and she was very respectful about my decision to get him, but then she also was kind of worried about it. So we had to talk about it for a couple days, and then eventually I talked her into it, and he became my pride and joy. He's my safe haven, and he will always be. But I do have to admit that he's probably more of a mama's baby than anything, because he's more so got my mom wrapped around his paw than anything, because my mom is kind of the one that does a lot for him. I'm not saying that I don't, and I'm not saying that my stepfather don't, or anybody else around here don't. It's just that my mom and him have a bond that won't ever be broken. I think he has that bond with me as well, but not as much as my mom, in my opinion. But I still love him. I know he loves me, and I know that he loves my family. But his story was quite shorter than I originally thought it would be. But obviously we had a lot of struggles going into getting him. After we got him, we had some issues with going to the bathroom in the house and etc. like that. Some little issues because he wasn't fully potty trained yet, because he was never really trained right and etc. And then obviously we had to work our way through that. So now he's doing great. He hasn't went to the bathroom in the house in years, and so he's great. And if you know me, I'm an animal lover, so both of my pets mean the world to me, and so that's why I wanted to kind of share this touching story on both of them, on the reasons why I've gotten them, because whether it was just a comment that made me get them, or it was just the way that they looked at me, or etc., it was just something that connected in my heart. I had to get them. Anyways, so next Sunday's video, or next Wednesday's video, I'm sorry, is a TNA versus WWE game idea. Now, I was talking with my cousin about this a little bit, and we'll get more in depth into it next Wednesday, but we came up with I came up more so with it, but we were talking about it, and he agreed with me that he thinks it would be a good idea. But we'll talk more about that concept on Wednesday when I share it with you guys. So, anyways, with that said, have a great day, peace, and thank you guys for watching. Bye. And I'm out cold, so